Good evening, everybody.
It's showtime.
Showtime? Who said it's showtime?
Kyle, Mr. G. Scale Conrail.
Why do you never tell me you're going to wear a hat, and all I got is this one to wear, and you always tell me it's out of season.
Yes.
All right.
I just don't want anybody to get hit with the glare.
No glare on me tonight. I'm just glowing red from being in the sun.
Yes, it is very hot outside.
Hot. Very hot. I think I need to air condition my shed.
I was thinking about that today.
I was going to ask you if yours was air conditioned or not.
No.
How about everybody else? Are you staying cool, or are you hiding inside, or are you outside running your trains? Or are you watching them through the window while you run them remotely? That'd probably be go. Hey, see, Evan's got it. It's almost time for Christmas in July. Then you can wear that hat. I was just thinking about putting that thing away. Now I'm psyched.
Larry wants to know if you want cheese to go with your whining.
You look my whining with your. That's Wimes.
Wimes.
Wimes. Is that like rhyming?
I was translating Yeti.
All right. So,
I like Ray's idea. Watching trades for the pool.
You know, my friend Harry does that.
Now all I need is a pool.
I don't know. You had a hard enough time getting allowed to put the shed in, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm not allowed to have a pool.
All right. Well, we got some at least one or two new product things to show you tonight. One of them I just saw today. We're going to talk about some updates for our layouts, maybe some dumb things we've done, and we'll see how it goes. So we'll start it off with a message from our fine sponsor at Splitjaw, and we'll be right back.
The following episode of Large Scale Live is brought to you by Splitjaw, makers of quality metal products for the G-scale modeling world. For rail clamps, expansion joints, bridges, and more, Splitjaw Products has you covered. For more information, visit their website at www.railclamp.com.
And there you have it. So I guess we'll start off with any events that are coming up. I've actually added some new ones to the old website as soon as I find it. There it is. Hello, website. So I usually start off with saying, if you got an event and you'd like it added to the calendar, go onto the website, and we have the handy large scale event submission calendar, or for the calendar. Don't try to use that at the moment. I don't know why it's not working. So if you got something you'd like me to add, you can always
go here, but don't go here.
Don't go here for the second, because you're going to try and enter it and it's not going to go anywhere. I got to figure that out. But you can always send an email on over to info@largescaletrains.com with the details of the event. If it's large scale centric or related, or say your club set up at some place with your layout, you want people to come, just let us know and I'll get it added to it. So several things coming up. The Mocan Garden Railroaders, which is out in Missouri, has actually broken up their tour that they do into several different regions so people can have a chance to spend more time at the layout. So they're going to do their Central Region Garden Railroad Tour July 12th from 8 to 4. Now, it says admission is $10, of course. And if I remember correctly, if you go to their website, I believe, let me double check. Let's see. Let's see. They have, I want to make sure I'm not giving the wrong info here.
It's $10 per car.
Yeah. Yeah. It's $10 per car, it says. But for some reason, I thought the $10 was good for all three of the divisions that they're doing, but you might want to double check with them. So yeah, not even $10 a person, it's per car. So, you know, if you got yourself a Ford Excursion, I mean, you load that thing up and go to town.
It's like the old days of going to the drive-in.
Oh man. Do you have any drive-ins near you?
I don't think so.
There's actually one probably about 20 minutes from me. I have yet to ever go to it. So anyway, July 12th will be the Central Region Tour, and I believe each one of these days has like 4 or 5 layouts on it. Of course, July 13th to the 18th will be the big train operators convention in Helen, Georgia. If you're a BTO member or you're planning to sign up so you can go, I will see you there. It's going to be an interesting drive to Georgia.
I was just about to ask, are you going?
Yeah, I'll be there. Now, Larry Otis, he's slacking out, though. I don't think he's going this time.
Larry.
It's too hot for Yetis in Georgia.
He's just got to shave his fur.
And then moving on to July 26th will be the Mocan Garden Railroaders East Region for their tour. And then, of course, the West Region tour for the Mocan Garden Railroaders will be August 23rd. You laughing at?
Just it's like, and then this for the Mocan, and then this for the Mocan.
Hey, there's a lot of. Hey, I'm excited actually. There's a lot of tours going on. The Columbus Garden Railway Society will have their annual tour September 7th from 1 to 5 p.m. Typically, you're not going to see all the layouts on that tour. There's just so many of them, and they're so spread out. So it gives you a reason to go back each year so you can try and catch a couple of different ones. Then, of course, the Tulsa Garden Railroad Club will have their 2025 tour. Theirs is a 2-day tour, September 13th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday, September 14th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Looks like their admission is $10 on that. I should have pointed out the Columbus tour is actually a free one.
Evan was saying there's I don't know what GCGRS stands for.
That is Greater Cincinnati Garden Railway Society Tour. And I thought I looked at the website, Evan. I thought I didn't see it on there. I'll have to double check because I was going to stick it on there. That's going to be July 26th and 27th, right? Okay. I'll try and add that to my calendar. I was looking to see if I saw the website real quick. Let's see. I can stick it up on the screen here. Larry's saying something about free TVs.
He says there's the Holiday Inn in Massachusetts was sold and canceled all shows scheduled for this year and will not hold anymore. I guess it was a train show that was held in the Holiday Inn.
Oh, wow. We never like to see that.
And then I guess the free TVs was because the Holiday Inn one sold, I'm guessing. Not 100% sure.
Oh, okay. I do see it on. I had to kind of look. Yeah, I guess when I go to the Cincinnati website, Evan, I don't see like the usual kind of like main pop out on there that I'm used to seeing for the tour. If I go to the calendar, I see the South tour is from 11 to 5 on the 26th, and then North tour is 11 to 5 on the 27th. But like, I'm used to seeing a little bit more info than what I'm seeing on the site, unless I'm missing something. But that is always a really excellent tour to go on. Of course, just like Georgia's going to be hot in end of July, so is Cincinnati. I've done that tour a couple of times, and it gets a little bit toasty. So, yeah, that I know the Railway Museum of Pennsylvania will have their tour coming up.
That's usually in October.
In October.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think if there's anything else for this year that I can think of at the moment.
Well, Robbie's probably going to have an open house, right?
Oh, yeah.
September.
How am I forgetting about that?
I don't know.
I don't know if he has it on his website yet or not. Perusing his website, I don't see a pop-up coming up for his open house. I'll have to ask him what his dates are going to be again. So, yeah, that'll be coming up. And then, of course, when we roll into 2026, we'll have the Great Lakes Large Scale Train Expo on May 15th and 16th. And then 2027 is jumping in there as well with the NGRC in Nashville, which will be May 31st to June 5th. I'm going to try and make that one.
I'm definitely going to go.
You're planning on going too? Excellent.
I'll be there.
Wonderful. I love hearing that. And then I wanted to mention, as soon as I find it, let's see.
Evan said he's going to check with the president, El Presidente.
El Presidente? Yeah. I was looking yesterday evening because I was trying to add some more stuff onto the calendar, and I didn't go in and actually look in the calendar for Cincinnati. I was expecting to have like a pop-up for it. Isn't there something in Georgia again, or did I miss that? Are you talking about the BTO convention, like the third week of July, Walter, or are you talking something different?
Let's see if he responds. What's going on with Reindeer Pass?
Well, this is what I was looking for, but I guess that's something to pop up there. You can get your USA Trains 2025 Halloween cars today. They're expected to ship 7/20/2025. But what I'm actually looking for, it'll take me 1 second to find it because it's on my is what Pico is putting out, and I have to find it now. So give me 1 second.
John said he thinks the RLD open house is the last weekend in September.
I believe he's correct. I'm not 100% certain on that.
I'll check. While you're doing that, I'll check this.
Okay. I found what I was looking for now. So, I believe our friend Vernon at Reindeer Pass worked with Pico on this. So probably one of the first ones that I've seen that will be able to come from the factory this way is there will be a Denver and Rio Grande and I believe a PRR mogul. Yeah, there'll be a PRR. So those will come set up to work multiple ways. They're calling it the tri-mode mogul. It comes ready to run on DC, DCC, or battery RC. So, I guess we're so used to getting something and automatically you gotta gut it to do what you want with it. But this will actually come ready to run out of the box, however you might want to do it. And if I remember correctly, this will fit a couple different size batteries in there. And I think there might actually even be an option to do AA or AAA batteries in there. I'd have to double check on that again, but I thought that was very notable to mention because, you know, most stuff doesn't come set up out of the box with all those options at this point in time. So, did you have anything new on your end, Nico, that you needed to mention?
Nothing that's ready to launch. So no.
Ready to launch.
Ready to be, purchased. I don't want to say anything before stuff's done. So.
Oh no worries, no worries. So, well, all right. I will move on here.
Columbus. Did you have Columbus?
I did. Let me go back. Yep, right. Too far. Right there. Columbus Garden Railway Tour, September 7th.
Mark, you need to pay attention.
Wait a minute. You were at my house when him and his brother were running trains, right? You're always welcome, Mark. You're great comic relief. So, well, all right. We'll take a word from our other gracious sponsor, Me Love Trains, and we'll be right back. Forgot I had that banner up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, banner's covering everything.
Hey, Mr. Wigwag, how's it going? If you made it up to the expo in May, I missed you, so I apologize if you came and I didn't get to say hello to you.
You didn't say hello to me. I was there all week.
So, what are we going to talk about first?
It's up to you. You want me to go or you want to go?
All right, you go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it's a shed.
It's my shed. So we got our doors cut in and trimmed. So we got trim around the doors. The doors are not, I can wire them and make them go up and down, but they're not wired in yet. So that's going to be like the next phase after I get the ramps done. So as you can see here in the bottom, I'm starting to work on the ramps coming out of the shed, going down to the layout on the ground. So that's the first thing there. And now if you see that picture, you can see the bridges in there, and then the trestle connects and goes down. That's going to run all the way down and around and back around again and connect back up to the track that's underneath it, basically. And that's how it's going to get back down to grade. 2%, Manimal.
2%?
Yeah. I was trying to keep 1%, but I just didn't have enough room. So this is how I did, I know it's a little hard to see in this picture, but I chopped the block down so the bridge fits in. There you go. That's a better picture.
Ah, okay.
There you go. That you can see better. So the bridge sits in there, and then the tracks are at the right height. And then I'll put some blocking on either side of the bridge to hold it in place. So when you put it in, you can't just knock it out, obviously.
And
then, I went the wrong way. There we go. So there's with the bridge in. Let me get there. Now you see the bridge is in there and it sits flush at either end.
Those are just the LGB bridges?
Yep, this is a 4-foot LGB bridge.
Yeah.
I'll attach the track inside of it. And then it'll have the lift out split jaw clamps. So I can lift it out because right behind where the bridge is, there's a gate. And so it's a walkthrough. Are those auto chicken doors? Yes, they are. They're not, well, not anymore. I disconnected all the auto stuff and I'm wiring them up with switches. I didn't want my doors opening up randomly.
Yeah, because if not, yeah.
Yeah, so I got rid of. I bought their door, took everything that came with it, threw that part away, and just kept the door. And then I rewired it, and it's on a double pole, double throw switch, momentary switch. So this is, you can see how it's going to run into the garage door there, the chicken door. So most of the work we did today was on the other side because I had to use the long lengths of board. Here's another picture of how the bridge sits down. So everything will run right in. Oop, did I share that? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Making sure I'm sharing the correct way. So as you can see now, this is coming down from each door, and it comes down to a switch track, and then it's 2% downhill, eventually down to the ground. And then this is just showing. So I notched the 4x4s, so the PVC pipe, the PVC boards could sandwich it and fit underneath. This is the point where it connects by the bridge. Let's see if I got a better picture here of it going downhill. Oh, they're a little out of order here. But yeah, so this is when we were starting the first piece going down. And then the other track is going to connect into there. And then that's where the switch is, right about where I'm standing. There's a...
How deep did you have to go with your post?
How deep?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have frost heave down here, so.
Yeah.
The two posts, the posts that are like the walkway, I went down about 2 feet because I figured people are going to be bumping into them and leaning on them, and so I went a little deeper on these. The other ones are probably about 16 inches.
Oh, real quick, Nico, because I see Evan put it in the chat for the Greater Cincinnati Garden Railway Society tour. It hasn't been completely worked out yet, but it's looking like about 10 or 12 openings. I'm guessing we mean layouts. Says the president, says Evan. So still in the works. Looks like it's going to happen. They just don't officially have it up on the website yet. So go ahead. Sorry.
Yep. I see you shared the link to the door. Cool. That's cool too. The door I bought was the cheapest one on there. It was like $42.
Well, that's the one that I bought, which I thought was the same years, which was $59, but the price could have went up since then.
So yeah, well, everything's going up faster than you can. Yeah, so yes. I'm a little out of order here. So this is where we were starting. I showed the finished product first, and then so this shows a little bit of how I notched the 4x4 to allow the PVC to lay on the side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, John, I did mention the museum's tour in October. I don't have it on the calendar yet, though I'm going to add that.
Yep. So this is just another view from the top showing how the board, rests along the side. And then, here's just kind of a finished view of the track on top of the board.
And that's just the, is that the composite decking material or no?
This is PVC sheet.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to buy the 3/4 inch, but the 3/4 inch by like 1.5 or 2 inch was like $10 each. So when I started figuring out how much it was going to cost me, it was just cheaper to buy a 1/2 inch sheet. And, okay. We have a tree on the other side of the depot for that.
And I see we got someone here asking how high should my tunnel clearance be? Oh, that's it all depends on what you're running. If you're running, like what's the bigger stuff like AccuCraft makes? Is that 1/20th?
Yeah.
And I know like the stacks on some of that stuff can be kind of high, but I don't know. What's your thoughts on that, Nico?
10 inches is usually pretty fair. I mean, the stacks, the intermodal stacks, you need about 10-inch clearance. The auto racks, too, I think are kind of tall. But that door opens up about 11 inches. So you have a little extra clearance.
Yeah, Joseph says intermodals have the highest height. John's saying F scale.
That's 1 to 20.3.
And the person asking the question says, I'm running a mixture of 120 along with 132. Oh, yeah, the 120 would be what would be dictating your height then.
Yeah, 132 is going to be a lot smaller.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What's wrong with my hat? It said Nico's hat.
So your final answer was 10 inches on the tunnel clearance height, Nico?
Yeah, I mean, the old rule of thumb used to be 9, and so, I mean, with the intermodals and some of the taller cars, I've noticed, and even like the Shea, the Climax, the Heisler all have a taller stack because they're 1 to 20.3, so they're bigger engines. So even with that, 10 inches seems to clear no problem.
All right. So I see Brian Richards was asking, do you use 2 PVC side by side or 1?
It's 2.
Side by side.
Yeah, let me see if I could get that one picture. Here you go. So I use a little board in the middle.
Can you zoom in any on that?
I probably could.
Okay.
So these blocks are screwed in periodically all the way down, and then the track is screwed to that. And then I spaced it so it was like, directly under the rails.
Okay. Nice. I see Railway Roundhouse said they go 12 inches on their clearance just because they don't want to take the chance.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you have the room, go as big as you can, obviously, but at minimum, I mean, especially if you're coming back over.
And I'm going to guess the answer to John's question is it probably comes in black because I can't imagine you painted that.
Nope, I painted it.
Really? You did? Oh,
yep.
Okay. I know you can get the PVC stuff in brown. I thought maybe it might come in black.
I wasn't sure. They had it on the shelf. I just bought it. A couple cans of spray paint.
Good enough. Okay. Looks simple enough, though.
Yeah, it worked out well. No knowledge until about 6 months. I purchased a few SD42s, and I'm afraid to use the smoke unit. So if they're new SD40s, they should have burnout protection. If they're old SD40s, they do not have burnout protection.
Yeah.
So if they're fan-driven, and so when you turn on the smoke unit, you could hear the little fan spinning. That means they're the newer units that should shut off when they're out of fluid, and then you should shut them off because they're, you don't want to just leave them on.
Yeah, the old ones are just a kind of a pot in there that the fluid goes into, and it still keeps cooking away if there's
and then it
or not.
Melts the wire and all that good stuff. But that's what that was my accomplishment for today.
Sweet.
Anybody has any other questions or anything, feel free to ask.
Now, I know I mentioned this before we started, but you have a door going into each side of the shed, and you're going to have them at each end of the shed too, so you can run through on each side, right?
Yeah, well, this way I don't have to back in. At my last house in Blairstown, when I wanted to bring the trains in, if I ran them out engine first, then I had to back them back in, which sometimes was a pain. So this way I could run straight in, park it, and be done with it and not have to try and back up a hill. And especially with the grade, I figured it would just be easier to run in and run out.
Yeah. Now, I don't think you and I really talked about doing this when we did it. I think we both kind of started talking about or thinking about the doors before we talked about it. You obviously went way farther than I did. Any shots of inside the shed?
Maybe.
And one side is yours and one side's Vinny's, right?
Correct. I posted some on Facebook. Let me see if I could grab one.
And there's Mr. President while we're waiting from the Greater Cincinnati Garden Railway Society, saying the tour is the 26th and 27th, 11 to 5. And I can't remember, Zach, is there any charge for the tour or is that free and open to the public? Yeah, I know you'd messaged me some pictures of it, but it was a while ago. I'd have to really scroll to find them.
Yeah, I don't remember where I posted them either. That's the problem.
Well, I was looking for that. I'll let's see. I have a video. I was testing out the similar door that I put on my shed today, and mine is set up just to use the factory controls for it. Still, I want to change it like Nico did for his.
I always want to be like me.
I do. I'm working on, as soon as I get rid of the rest of this hair. Now, I didn't. I actually have a switch laying inside the door, so lift out bridge clamps really wouldn't have been super great for me. So I just notched the door so that it'll close down over top of the rails. So the length of my shed, I can fit about 5 60-foot box cars all coupled together. So I still have to get one more switch to add in there so I can have 3 tracks in there, but I'm enjoying it because it's nice being able to just come home from work, hook onto something, pull it out of the shed, run for a little bit, and then put it away. And I don't got to carry everything in and out. And I was looking to see, I thought I had, while you're still looking.
I got one.
Oh, you got one? Go ahead.
Hold on. I got to go. Damn it. Go here.
See, Joseph was saying, so could I do 2 tracks in? If you're meaning like in one end and out the other, no, because I've only got, I don't know, 3 foot between the back of my shed and the fence.
I think he's saying if can you fit 2 tracks through the door?
Oh,
I don't think so. I don't think it's wide enough.
You sort of kind of could, but you wouldn't be able to roll 2 things past each other at the same time.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Ah, I see. Well, I do have a picture I can show of to show.
They do make a turkey door, which is bigger.
So that's inside your shed, Nico?
That is inside. So that at the end there, where it goes into the wall, where all the tracks kind of converge and go down to the wall, that's where the door is now.
Let's see.
Oh, that's why he was asking, because he saw 4 notches.
Yeah. I
don't know if I would trust the 2x4 because it would like bend easier one way than the other. That's why I went with 4x4s. Not that I need the 4x4 for support, but just so it didn't, wood warps and bends. And so that's why I didn't do that.
So let's see.
5.5 inch center line is center line minimum. Yeah. I mean, that's close.
So that's Nico's inside, but to go back to what Joseph was asking, this is, let's see. that's actually what I have going on there, and that is actually a. I'm gonna get it wrong again. The switch I have laying in the doorway is actually not an LGB. It's actually a Train Line 45 that I picked up somewhere, but they basically have the same curvature in that. But you can see I basically just notched out so it would fit down over top the rails. I still need to do a little bit more fine fitting there because you can see a little bit of a gap to the right side of the door, but I didn't want to notch up any higher because then I was going to possibly segment the bottom. What do you want to call that bottom?
Sill.
Yeah. If I go up any further and go into where it actually pivots, and those two pieces would probably be loose and sliding around, which would not work well.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do a lift out section of track.
Yeah, being that I had that switch laying in there, though, I mean, I guess I could have done, bridge clamps, 6 of them on there, but
yeah, it's a lot of bridge clamps.
yeah. But as you can see from the side profile shot, I did get a pretty good fit around the rails when it comes down and closes. I was looking at the questions here.
That's what I think they were asking me if I was running aluminum.
Yeah.
No, I run stainless steel. I still don't trust it. I would still do 4x4s. That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the staging yard is inside. Basically, I wish I had a more up-to-date picture, but if I go back to that picture here, where is it? That one. Well, I share my screen again. I think I unshared myself.
Unshared yourself?
Yes. So, right where Vinny's hand is, you can see there's a switch going back down from Vinny's hand there.
You're not sharing yet.
I'm not sharing. There we go.
Yeah.
So right where Vinny's hand is, that track has a feeder going back. So that's for like engine storage. So there's like 4 tracks going back that way and then 4 tracks on the other side. The main portion of it will be for car storage or staging. And then if you look underneath, there is slots for cars. So I ripped, I think it's like 1.5 inch fairing strips. And that fits in between the wheels. And then I could just roll the cars back and they connect onto each other. So when you pull one, the other one comes with it, and then you can uncouple it and put it on. So
nice. Yeah, you've definitely. What's the length of your shed again?
24 feet.
24. Yeah, mine's only 12.
So I did originally in my house in New Jersey, I had all LGB switches, and I was having some problems with some engines on them. Some of the bigger engines didn't like them.
When you're saying LGB, are you talking the 8-foot diameter?
Yeah, the 1600.
Okay.
I switched when we started building this one. I bought all aristo-craft 10-foot switches. And so far, just that little bit of a bigger diameter, no issues. So,
yeah, I've got the 10-foot on my staging yard that's outside, and even my Ollie Valley 89-foot flat cars actually roll through them okay. And I think what it is, I've got that very short section of curve. Like by the time it passes through, the trucks are kind of. If it was actually a true 10-foot, it might have some issues, but for that short area, it seems to roll through okay. Wait, who's Nicole?
I guess that's supposed to be me. I've been called worse, so. John,
have you been called Gabriel?
No.
Hi, Gabby, if you're watching.
This is the picture inside the shed, John. So that's 24 inches from the floor to the top level there. Where can I get stainless steel track? I can't seem to find them anymore. So
that's easy. You can
Split Jaw sells it.
Yep.
And then you could also find used looking around.
Yeah. Split Jaw is the only person I know of that's actually selling new stainless track at the moment. I think they might be working on some switches. I never got a chance to talk to him about it when he was at the show up here because he had a sample laying on the table. Did you happen to get to check that out at all, Nico, or no?
The switch?
Yeah.
I'm not sure 100% of what
I know when he was on the show at one point, he was talking about offering some nickel-plated brass ones, but I don't know if that was actually that or something different. I'll have to hit him up and see. Joseph says Sunset Valley sells stainless,
but I think it's only code 250.
Yeah, I don't think they do code 332. I could be wrong, but
I don't believe so.
Yeah, and looks like Boyd Tactical says they have it in code 250. Yeah.
Yeah. Code 250 is okay if you have it elevated or on something, but I don't know if I would trust it.
I've seen some videos from I'm going to say it wrong. Yagas Creek with like their code 250. Showing a piece of it like laying on the concrete in the driveway and rolling over it with a car tire, and it's okay. I mean, it seems like if it's on a good supported surface.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why it needs to be.
Yeah.
So, yes. I was trying to get this picture here. What did I do with it? What did I do?
Mr. Turk Russell, he says, by the way, Nico, we trim all the guides on LGB switches. They are too tall and can cause problems. This solves the issue with certain locos and some diesels with lower set motor blocks. So he's talking the height on the guides, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't the height. It was like it was binding. Like the train would get stuck in it. And then like, the engine's still going, the car stopped, and then it'll be like, and then it would pull it off the track. So.
And Brian Richards says his dad uses Yagas Creek 250 aluminum, and it's held up for the last 20 years. I wouldn't doubt it one bit. Now, is your dad's track on the ground, Brian? Is it elevated? Is it inside?
Yeah, that's the question. Sorry, I'm trying to send myself this one picture so I could share it, and I'm not having good luck.
Not having good luck.
Nope.
Well, let's see here.
There we go. See if I can grab it here. My dad uses you on the ground outside. Okay.
Let's see, while we're waiting for you to find that, we'll take a look at the advantages of having shed storage. Did you have to say? I enjoy being able to do just that. Looks like my wife's peanuts box car made an impact.
Somebody needs to do a little weeding.
I know, Turk. It's a diesel again. I'm sorry. Weeding. Believe it or not, what's in between the tracks there is actually a larger plant I had moved from the other side. It's actually respawning itself. I might have to actually move that to some other place. Did you find what you're looking for there, Nico?
Yeah. Let me go to. So this was somebody just sent this in to me. So this is somebody else's. I can't talk. Why is it not? There we go. I got to zoom in again. Hold on.
Ooh, what are we looking at there?
So this is their shed. So they're building a layout inside the shed, and it runs outside.
Man, that's a nice looking shed.
Yeah, they finished the walls. And there, it wraps around. You can see the track underneath the track on top, and it kind of goes up and over and back over. Little tight curves, but for what he's running, it works.
Very nice. Kyle's giving me crap about the NYC caboose. Hey, it could be a Penn Central caboose, Kyle. Maybe one day.
Oh, Joseph is going to send pictures of his shed.
Depends on where. Well, he says he's sending it to me, I guess. So you'll have to let me know where you're sending it because I got multiple places to look, Joseph. Email, Facebook, a couple different emails actually.
Yeah, like I said, ours is more of a storage room. So the two lines, he says the two lines on the outside.
Okay, you sent it there. Okay.
You see off to the right-hand side. Okay, those go around the perimeter of the room with 8 and 10 foot diameter circle, and the smaller ones are 5 and 4 foot that you see there up on top for the smaller trains. So he's got 8 and 10 foot going around so he can run in there.
Okay, Joseph sent me a few pictures of his shed. Let's see if I can save this and pull it up.
Should be Penn Central.
I think I would like to have a Penn Central caboose.
Oh, we lost Larry.
We lost Larry.
Yeah.
He turns into a pumpkin after 8:47.
Eventually, John, it will go straight through, but right now it's just coming out the front. Baby steps, baby steps.
Let's see here. So I probably didn't grab all the pictures that Joseph sent me, but
I'm allowed in the house, unlike someone else.
So here's Joseph's shed. And let's see. I was making sure I actually put that up on the screen. Looks like I did.
Yep.
I like it.
Any pictures of the inside?
Yes. Actually, here's this track coming in. And I would stand to wager that's code 250 Sunset Valley track.
I don't think the train's going to run too good over that tape. But
It's a new method of cleaning the wheels. You haven't heard about the craze?
Mm-hmm.
And there's this picture inside. Very nice. You'd be right on the track. Yeah, that's what when I saw that spine down the middle of the ties. I think Sunset Valley's the only one I've seen that's done that. Let's see.
Mine will eventually go straight through too.
What's that?
Joseph said mine goes straight through. I said mine will go straight through also. I'm just trying to join the cool kids club.
Yeah, I would like mine to be able to be a run through, but heck, I'm happy just to be able to shove some cars in and out of the shed and not have to carry them all in the house.
That's where it starts.
Did you have yeah. What were you doing for a giveaway, Nico, you said?
We'll do your choice of lowering kits.
Choice of lowering kits.
Yep.
Let's see. And you have them for what different items now?
FAFB.
Oh, gotta accept the cookies on your site.
Yep. So you have it for the FA and FB. Yeah, if you go to Bolsters 3D printed. That one. Yep. There you go.
Right.
So you got the lowering for the passenger car, the streamline and smooth side. There's two different sets. One comes with the KD mount, one does not.
Wait. Oh, for the boxcars, you mean?
No, I was talking about the streamline and smooth side.
They come with a KD mount?
One of them does and one of them doesn't.
I thought I'd asked you about that several years back, and you said it was going to be a lot of extra material that.
It's a separate piece that you screw on now.
Oh, okay. It's not
like integrated.
Bolsters extended.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
you got your choice of those. You have the good old 2-bay hopper lowering kit. You have the 40-foot lowering kit without KD pad and a 40-foot lowering kit with KD pad.
So the lucky winner gets to take their pick of what lowering kit they would like.
Yep. Whichever one they would like.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Let me get the hashtag up here for this.
No, I meant go in and come out the other door on the other side. That's what I'm saying. It's going to run through, John. It's going to go in that door on that side, and then it can run straight through and go out the other door.
I'm putting the right thing in here. All right. So let's see, I got that right. Yep. Hashtag 4TrackRR. You can put that in the live chat on Facebook or YouTube. And the lucky winner will get to take their pick of lowering kit.
Shipped directly to you. Definitely not to Cody.
Poor Cody. So while that's going, let's see. I have. Let me take. Let's see. How can I do that?
I don't know. What are you trying to do?
Well, I don't want to lose. Well, actually, I guess I can just unshare that and share a new tab. Let's see. Let's see. Give me 1 second. That's what we want. So,
Philip Williams, you forgot the 4-track. You forgot the 4.
So we'll talk about things that I hate for a moment. One of which is any landscape timbers made in the last 20 to 30 years.
Yep, they don't last anymore.
Because that one was on the ground for probably all of about 2 years, and you can see what's starting to happen to it. So I've decided I'm getting rid of any landscape timbers as I'm able to. And as you can see in the front of it, I actually started replacing with the edging that you can buy at Home Depot and Lowe's. This picture is probably a little bit better. This is the stuff that's got the tabs in it. You can put the spikes in it now. I've got this in some other places.
Yeah.
And of course, with the heave that we have up here with the frost, the spikes do push up. But I think I found a winning combination of putting it down and then I'm laying the pavers down right up against it over top of it. So that should kind of help alleviate that issue. But let's see, I thought I had a picture from the other end here. There we go. So what I did before I started pulling up the timbers that were causing me headaches, as you can see, I went along and just laid the edging right up against them to use it as a straight edge. And then, yanked them things out of the ground and started going to town with it because one, I don't got to worry about that stuff rotting, and I think the having that fine edge along there looks a lot nicer. Plus, I probably could fit a whole other track in there now too that I got the timbers out of there. Oh yeah,
Philip, you need hashtag 4-track RR, all one word. Trying to help you.
And I guess what I was saying with the spikes pushing up, you can kind of see a little bit in this curve because I used it along here, but I should have had the stuff turned around the other way so the rocks would have been laying on top of the spikes, and you can see they're pushing up even up through the gravel. So I might have to redo that eventually. But my recommendation is just don't. If you can use plastic edging, pavers, block, anything
Stone.
but stone, anything. Don't use landscape timbers. I don't even know if the old railroad ties. I mean, I guess if you're doing a really big area that you're going to frame in with railroad ties, it might be okay. But those are kind of large to be using.
Ron, you spelt it. It's not 4-tracker. It's 4-track RR. 2 R's at the end.
I was looking for one other picture here. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah. Here we go. And this would be the day I came home from work, and it rained harder than I've ever seen it rain for about 5 minutes. I didn't know I had a lake in my backyard, but apparently I do.
I was going to say, if you have water in your backyard, that's going to eat the timbers quicker too.
Yeah, normally I do not have water laying up against them like that, but you can see I've got timbers. Yeah, you might. Oh yeah, it was good. Water's going to play with my shed there, but yeah, all these timbers around here, I eventually want them to all be gone because John says hashtag Andrew got robbed. That's most days, John. That's most days.
It's the story of my life, man.
But I don't know.
If you dig that down a little bit, you put a nice pond, nice water feature.
I really don't want any water. Oh, that's interesting. Brian Richards says the Menards near him carries a PVC version of the timbers. Really? Wonder what those cost a piece. I'll have to look that up. And also on the note of, you can probably see, well, maybe with the water there. Oh, thank you, Ken. It's nothing to the level of your layout. Hopefully I get to see that in 2027. Mine has a lot of stuff that needs done to it yet. Koi pond, 4 inch. No koi pond. French drain, wee. Nah, I'm thinking just no water at all anywhere.
How are you going to stop that outside?
Yeah. Build a big roof over my backyard. Also, in the way of low maintenance things, I've become very fond of some of the cheaper versions of the turf that you can buy, the fake grass. I was going to say you don't have to worry about weeds in it, but I guess after a couple of years, a couple of the drain holes in it, something will find its way through there, and you got to pull it out. But I know it's a garden railroad. It's outside, and I do have some real plants on there, but I'm all about low maintenance. Someone just texted you and I, Nico.
Yep, that's Steve. He said Ace Hardware has a product, Wood Life Copper Coat. Spray brush a couple coats on them. I've done this to my timbers, and they've lasted 20 years.
Tugboat parking? I could be interesting, Bill. I could go for that. What turf did I use? Railway Roundhouse? Well, this was actually stuff that Big Lots was selling. Now, Big Lots kind of went out of business, and another company bought them and brought some of the stores back. So whether they're going to carry this or not, again, I don't know. But I know when I was in Home Depot the other day, back where they have the carpet, heck, they've got I don't know how long that roll is or the width of it is, but they've got a roll of stuff that looks real similar to this that you can buy by the foot. So yeah, but and even like, I kind of debated on how to hide the edges of it, but I just used the stone and kind of overlapped on it. Oop. Oh, now I'm in way too far. Back it up. The thing is, once the turf gets a little bit dirty, it gets some crud in it. It looks pretty nice. Those PVC timbers are 13.
I'm not sure if he's saying that there's 250 on a pallet or 25 on a pallet.
This comment below, it says 25-piece pallets.
Yeah.
I'll have to check into that. But
Yep.
Yeah, I'm more and more a fan of low maintenance things, and I'll give a shout out. Something else low maintenance real quick would be Daniel Peck. I know there's several of you watching that have some of his TIG welded aluminum structures that are powder coated. That grain elevator has been outside for 2 or 3 years now, I think. I don't have to do nothing to it. It just sits there. I love it. Do I need a special mower for that grass? Not for the turf. It just
Since it never grows, no.
But yeah, I'm more and more. I'm getting into what can I do that is not going to cause me more work later. So if that's
Get rid of the layout.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the ultimate one, but I don't think I'm ready to do that.
Crazy Train says he takes his shop back to his every once in a while.
So let's see what we got going on for the giveaway here. Might have to unshare that and share the other screen. Let's see.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock already.
It is 9 o'clock. Yeah, I know some of you are a little bit thrown off tonight when we started at 8 instead of 7. We may do that for the next 2 shows, possibly, everybody. Just summertime and things going on. So I'm hoping you weren't too disappointed that we're only here for an hour instead of 2, or maybe you like only having to see us for an hour. But I think Nico and I both were pretty much outside in the yard or in the shed right before showtime. I see Talmadge says Menards 8-foot black plastic landscape timber, $25.99. Well, and Kenny says raise it up off the ground, then you have no problems. Well, as you've discovered with heights, Kenny, if my train falls over on the ground, it looks like a cow taking a nap, and it's going to get back up. And they fall off an elevated layout. Yes, no, maybe. It depends on the fall. Yeah, what John says: work harder, work smarter, not harder. Joseph says, surprised we were both out that long. It's very humid here. Yes, it was here as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's why, I've got my hydration sitting here.
I was drinking water all day, and it was just sweating out of me. It was crazy.
Coming
north to the meet and greet in August. Be cool to meet you, MrPictovid. I don't know where that is.
Sparky, what meet and greet are we talking about? I apologize. I'm not always in the loop on a lot of the stuff that's all scale related. If it's something not too far and fits into my schedule, I would love to make it to one of those. Oh yeah, yeah. You can't post links. I have that turned off because of things that get posted that shouldn't be.
It's a safety precaution.
Yes. August 22nd to the 24th in Ontario. Ontario. Wow, I'd have to get my passport updated. Or rather, I'd have to get one because I've never had one. When they stopped taking my driver's license and birth certificate, I haven't been back, but I'd like to go back up to Canada.
Canadian. Maybe now's a good time. It's hot enough down here. Be cool.
Yeah, really. Videos on your channel. All right, I'll check it out, Sparky. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know how long it takes to actually. Oh, hey, answer my next question. Passport takes 2 weeks to get. Thank you, Sparky. Reading my mind. That's kind of creepy. And
Kyle's going to sleep.
Kyle's ready to go to sleep. You're not going to win anyhow, Kyle. It's all right. So,
Kyle, you won in our hearts.
Yeah, Kyle already won. He knows us. Kyle's crying right now. All right, let's see where our lucky winner is going to be. Oh, Kyle's already saying it's rigged. It is. Hey, Coastal Nomad is our winner.
I think he won. I think he won before too.
I believe he's won a couple of times before, which is all right. There is nothing against that. So, if you would like to shoot Nico an email, 4trackrr@gmail.com, Coastal Nomad, he will take care of you.
That I will.
Let him know what it is that you want, and he will be happy to oblige.
I will. No.
Oh yeah, see now here they all come. Rigged, fixed. Railway Roundhouse says congrats at least.
There you go. There's somebody happy that somebody won.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta go to bed.
You got to go to bed. So we will be back sometime in July. If all else fails, July 27th we'll be back. But I'm going to be at the BTO convention like the 13th through the 18th or whatever the heck that is. So I might do something while I'm there. Nico and I got to talk about that yet. So
We do.
For Christmas in July show, Kyle says. And Chuck says Nico was robbed. So.
Of course I was. I have to send something for free.
All right. Well, we appreciate you all tuning in tonight
For our 1 hour and 8 minute special.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys again here either in a few weeks or in a month. But it won't be longer than that, I promise. So
We know you guys go through the trolls.
Yeah. Stay cool. Christmas in July is coming. Good night, everybody.